Hello, this is David with Littlewolf Anthropology. Today I'll be shooting a short video of my aquaponics system. If you're not familiar with aquaponics, aquaponics is a blending of aquaculture, which is raising fish, and hydroponics, which is growing your vegetables and your plants without soil. And here is my basic setup. The main process in the aquaponics is nitrification, which is the aerobic conversion of ammonia into nitrates. Nitrates being something that the plants can easily absorb as a nutrient. So in your fish pond or your fish tank, the fish are excreting ammonia, and then that ammonia is pumped out through the water into the grow beds where you have your plants. The plants can uptake ammonia in small amounts, but what you really want is for the plants to be using the nitrates. And so there are two different bacteria that you're hoping to colonize in your grow beds. There's two naturally occurring bacteria. One is a nitrosomonas, which converts ammonias into nitrites, and then there's a nitrobacter, which converts nitrites to nitrates. So ideally you want both of those bacteria having a healthy colony in your grow beds so they can convert the ammonia into a easily absorbable nutrient for your plants. And then the end result is that when the water filters back through the plants and the bacteria in the grow beds and goes back into your fish pond, the water has been cleaned, because high levels of ammonia will kill your fish. So let me start off real quick. Here's a quick shot of the fish pond. First thing I did was dug me a hole 3 feet deep, 4 foot wide, and 12 foot long. Then I installed my pond liner, filled it up with water, and the math calculations I did, I estimate I have approximately 1,000 gallons of water in my pond here. Eventually I want to have it stocked with tilapia, but right now, this time of the year, it's too cold for me to get any tilapia. All the people that have it have ceased selling their tilapia till it warms up. Tilapia don't like cold weather. So January is going to be the first time that I'll be able to buy any real fish. I'm looking at getting some blue cats and putting in here. My research on the blue cat shows that in 6 to 7 months they could easily grow to a pound, pound and a half. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. If I get that kind of growth, I'll go ahead and harvest those blue cats out in 6 or 7 months, and then it'll be the middle of the summer and I should be able to get my tilapia. Right now I've got about 30 small goldfish in here, so I could help get my system cycling. Okay, on this end, this is the low point of the pond. I installed a simple garden pump, and the pump has a 1-inch PVC line. Comes off of the pump, and the water is being pumped to that 35-gallon plastic drum that you see sitting on the wooden stand at the other end. Because the aquaponics system mainly runs on gravity, I have the one pump that pushes the water to the barrel, and then from there everything is gravity feeding. So the 1-inch line goes into the barrel, and then you see another 1-inch line there coming out of the right at the top of the barrel. That is just an overflow that runs back down into the pond here. And then there on the right hand side you see a 1/2-inch pipe coming off of there. That is the overflow from the barrel that goes to the grow beds. Alright, so my grow beds. I'm utilizing 18-gallon plastic bins like you can buy at just about any store. And I have them filled with basic landscape lava rock. Originally I was going to use a 3/4 inch gravel, but I did some research and all the gravel in my area has high levels of limestone in it, and the limestone would cause me problems with my pH levels. So I was looking for something that hopefully is a little inert and not going to cause any pH swings. So I'm trying this lava rock. The other thing I like about the lava rock is you can see how porous it is. And that's hopefully going to help with my colonization of bacteria. It's going to give that bacteria lots of places to get in there and lots of little pockets to hold the water and nutrients so the bacteria can colonize well. Alright, so I told you I have a 1/2 inch pipe that comes from the barrel and feeds water to all the grow beds. Each one of my grow beds has its own valve that allows me to adjust the water flow into each individual tank so I can control how fast it fills up. And then right here on the end you can see I have an overflow for that 1/2 inch pipe. Since I have the valves turned down, there's a little extra overflow, so I just have it going right back into the pond. Now most conventional aquaponic systems you're going to look at, if you go online and research it, they use something called a bell siphon if they have a flood and drain system, and this is a flood and drain system, which means that my grow beds will fill up with water. When they get to a certain point, they will flood and all the water will drain out, and then it fills back up. So it's a constant cycling system. The bell siphon is a very efficient way of doing that. Basically it consists of a standpipe that's installed in the bottom of your grow bed, and when the water level reaches a certain point, a vacuum is created, and then a siphon starts which dumps all the water out of your grow bed. That's the method I probably would have used if I was using big grow beds, but as you see I've got lots of small ones. So I came up with a different method. I'm using a simple clear plastic tube on each of my grow beds. Let me see if I can show you how this works here. On each one of the grow beds I've installed an outlet on the bottom and attached the plastic hose. And then I loop the hose up and around. What that does is as the grow bed fills with water, the water level rises in the tube. Once the water level gets over to the top of the loop and drops over, it creates a siphon and it quickly drains all the water out of the grow bed. Right now, this particular grow bed, as you can see, the water coming out there, it's already looped over and it's draining out. The one next to it, let's see if I can zoom in here. You can see right there, there's the water level. And as that water level rises in the grow bin, it'll continue to rise in that tube till it gets to the breakover point. Pretty efficient method. I can control the level of the water in the bin by simply raising or lowering that loop. That's why you can see the little wire connections I have there. That enables me to raise it and lower it as I need to. And then each one of these hoses I've got running through a board so they empty back into the fish pond. So that's another thing that you need for your fish. You need good oxygenation in your water. So as you can see, when all of these grow beds are cycling, and then I have the overflow for the 1/2 inch pipe, Okay, right here, see this one it's finished cycling. And there it is. It's already drained all the water out. And there it goes. The water level is dropped back down to the bottom. And it has turned itself off. Now it will begin to cycle again and fill up and dump out once again. And as all of these are dumping in there, as you can see, there's quite a bit of disruption of the water level, of the water surface, I mean. So, great oxygenation going on in here. Right, the other thing I want to show you real fast is the barrel. As I stated, the water pump pushes the water into this barrel. Water comes in here. The top pipe, that's the overflow, and then that half-inch pipe over there, that's growing to the grow beds. Alright, let's see if you can see this. You can just make it out. I have some filter material in here. I've used some wires to suspend that filter material right between where the water goes to the grow beds and the water's coming in from the pump. So what I'm trying to achieve here is, as the dirty water from the fish pond is coming into the barrel, any solids that may get picked up are going to go to the bottom of the barrel, and the water percolates up through the filter system and goes to the grow beds. That's keeping as many solids as I can out of my grow beds, because that's something you don't want to do. I've also installed a spigot here on the bottom of the barrel, so occasionally I can drain off any solids that may be accumulating. Alright, I'm about to run out of time on this video, so let me give you a quick shot here of what I've got growing in my grow beds already. On December 1st, I put seeds into my grow bed. Today is the 14th, and I've already got quite a few seedlings. I started seeing germination within about 5 days. So I'm pretty happy about that. Right there, let's see. You can see right there, I've got some cilantro. And right over here, got kale. Back in the back corner, I've got some German lunchbox tomatoes. Then up front, right there, I've got more kale. And then I've got some red romaine lettuce coming up right there. Everything seems to be doing really well. That's a Blue Lake green bean. Got a Brunswick cabbage right there. More cilantro. Make this real quick. I'm fixing to have to cut this video off, but as you can see, got lots of growth going. The way I seeded my rocks is I cut strips of paper towel. These are actually carrots. This is a big experiment. I cut strips of paper towel, wet one end, and put the seeds on it. And then I put the other tail end of the strip down into the rocks where it would reach the water level. These are Black Beauty zucchinis. Right there, that's Market More 76 cucumbers. Little broccoli coming up there. So I put the strips in, and when the water level comes up, it grabs the bottom of the paper towel and wicks up some garden peas here and there. This is some straight neck yellow squash here. So anyway, there is my aquaponics system. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.